Hari Om Yogis. Um, Today we have an interesting topic on magic. But before we start, let's uh, let's do what we usually do. Sit with our back straight, left hand on top of right. Close the eyes, close the mouth, and spend a moment of silence and stillness. Very well. So magic. If you see little kids trying to do magic, 5, 6, 7 years old, they will, let's say they want to make something disappear, they will ask you to turn around or cover your eyes or look the other way and count to whatever, or just close your eyes or cover your face, cover your eyes until I let you know, and then they do their magic. And of course, you're working with little kids. Wow, right? You're amazed. So the immature magician, he's asking the audience to move, to cover their eyes, to to turn around. Then we have let's call it next level magician, where you see that they do really fast moves with their hands or with their body, and uh, or to try to distract you real quick and then do whatever, and it's all about speed, right? They're either counting on you being distracted or on the speed of their hands, or misleading you somehow real quick and do whatever they need to do. So as you see, immature magician, he's asking a lot from the audience. They should be doing a lot. All basically, the audience is moving more, and more is expected of the audience for longer periods of time in order for the magic to work. Very immature magician. Intermediate magician, maybe the audience doesn't need to move as much, or if they do or get distracted, it's only real quick, and that is enough for the magic to work. And also they're relying on their own speed to to do what they need to do. Then we come to a little more level of expertise of magician, where now they're not asking the audience to do anything. The audience is actually even ask instead of asking the audience to look the other way or whatever, they may even ask, pay close attention. And the audience is not expected to turn around. They is not expected to cover their eyes. That's the next level. So as you can see, the more of an expert you are in magic, the less you expect from your audience or you ask from your audience. And the real expert magician is not so much on speed. See, the immature magician is asking the audience to do this and that. But the expert magician, he's not, his effort, his focus is not on controlling the audience or expecting them to cover their eyes or do this or that. But his effort, his energy, his attention is on him controlling his own hands, the angles, his own body, his own wardrobe, what is within his control. And it doesn't matter if he's a really expert magician, the audience can be paying real close attention. And he doesn't have to do any fast, fancy movements like the intermediate magician. Very slow. He moves and amazing. Magic before the eyes of the audience. So I'm going to leave that at that. I'm sure there's, for the yogis and yoginis in this channel, there's a lot you can extract from that. If you want to call it parable, it's fine. The more you are expecting of others, the more immature you are as a magician. Right? The more you are expecting of yourself, practicing yourself, applying yourself, the timing, the angles, the words used, the way you dress, control of your limbs, of your mind, of your breath. This is the expert magician. While the immature magician, oh, you do this, you do that. How come he's not doing this? How come she's not doing that? I think it's time to mature a little bit, right? And the expert magician is highly valued. Highly respected. And those who really want to learn magic, where do they go? They try to train under the expert magician. Now there are different kinds of magic tricks. Some, yes, control of your body and everything, you do. I'm talking about expert level magic now. But other tricks, other quote unquote illusions, they require multiple people, a team, in order to make the magic happen. And in that team, everyone must know their role, and they may be experts in that role for higher level magic to happen. So sometimes you see on stage is really expert magicians. They have like their assistant and whatever, him or her. They know how the magic works. They're not the magician. They are the assistant, and but they're doing their work. They're doing their part. They have practiced. Hmm. And another thing with magic, it's like anything else. Reminds me of a story, right? So in the story, uh, a man is sleeping under a tree, or appears to be sleeping under a tree. We're not really sure what his condition is. But in the story, a drunk man comes walking by, partying all night. It's early morning. He sees this man sleeping under a tree. Immediately in his mind, he thinks, oh, this is a fellow drunkard like myself. He passed out and is drinking under a tree. And he's just sleeping, dozing off his drunkenness under the tree. He goes. Then comes walking by the same path a thief. He has been working hard all night, sneaking into people's houses, stealing whatever he can. He has his little sack of things. It's been a busy, long night, very productive for him. And he goes by and he sees the man sleeping. And he thinks, oh, fellow thief. He must have had a hard night working, stealing stuff, or maybe he wasn't as lucky as I was. Uh, Fell asleep. And like this, different kind of people come and they judge what they see according to their own condition. Same thing with magic. Sometimes you have one of these magicians that know how to do tricks and appear, disappear, and appearing to change things, and then they run into a real magician. One that is not relying on sleight of hand and whatever and all of these things, but one of these masters that can manipulate vibration and change things from one to the other. And of course, when he sees what the master's doing, what does he think? Oh yeah, yeah, I know that trick. Or I know, or even if he's not able to perform, he's familiar with similar trickery, or at least that in his mind thinks it's similar. He says, "Oh yeah, yeah, that's just sleight of hand, or that's just whatever." So let's leave it at that, yogis. Remembering the different levels of magic, and the more we grow, the less we are asking of others, of the audience around, and the more we are engaged and focused and in our practice, in our own system, rather than asking people to do things that maybe they're unwilling to do or not ready to do. That's enough magic for today, right? Let's finish with a moment of silence and stillness. Back straight, eyes closed, mouth closed, body still. Okay, yogis, Hari Om.